Marketing has affected our lifestyles, has created, not only affected a lifestyle, but created lifestyles. And we should be, from a point of view of popular interest, interested in that. How did marketing get its start? Marketing got its start in sales departments. Every company has a sales group. And the salespeople really want to be in the office of a customer because that's the only way something happens. So they don't want to do a lot of homework. For example, 3 things they didn't want to do. They didn't want to do consumer research in a systematic way because that's taking their time away from selling to customers. Secondly, they would have liked someone else to find leads. Now, a lead means a prospect. In fact, we distinguish between a hot lead, oh boy, he's ready to buy. He even called us to buy, a warm lead, a cold lead, and so on. Someone else should do that for the salespeople so they don't waste their time making calls. And the third thing was someone had to prepare brochures and ads. And the salesman is not skilled, the salesperson isn't skilled at communicating through advertising and brochures. So sales departments added 3 people or hired them from time to time. Later on, it exploded to the day today when we have multinationals running with marketing. In other words, marketing, those 3 people split from sales and became big enough to be its own department. And so some people in the audience here may be a chief marketing officer. Some of you may be brand managers, may have been in your past experience. Category managers, market segment managers, managing distribution channels like retail or wholesale things, a pricing manager, communication manager, database manager, direct marketers, internet people, and so on. So marketing is well established. Now, the character of a marketing department depends very much on what the CEO thinks of marketing. So the 1P CEO is a person who took over a company and he says, I don't like marketing, but I know I need it. And all I want from marketing is some communications. I just want someone to broadcast and promote us. So that person is missing a lot of other things made up by other CEOs who are 4P CEOs. Now, a 4P CEO says, I need a marketing plan, and the plan has to mention product. That's the first P. What about our product? What's good about it? What are the features? Price, what should it be priced at? Place, where should it be made accessible? Online, offline, in stores. And finally, promotion. So that's a more educated view of the potential of marketing. But there's even a better view, and that's called the CEO who says, no, I don't want to start with 4 Ps. I want to start with the fact the market is complex. There's a lot of segments. Each segment deserves its own plan. In fact, one thing we've learned that if you just have one value proposition for the whole market, it really doesn't trigger anything in many parts of the market. So that CEO says, what segment should we go after? And what position should we take with each segment? What do we say about ourselves and how we can satisfy their needs? Now, there's even a higher type CEO, which is exemplified by A.G. Lafley, who ran Procter & Gamble, recently retired. When you ask A.G. Lafley, what's marketing? What's your picture? He says, well, ME. What do you mean? Marketing is everything. Now, marketing is everything. What he means is everything starts with the customer. No customers, no business. And I think he's making that point very much. Now, moving on, there's a lot of things that a chief marketing officer does, and I won't go into any detail, but there's a lot of tasks. If advertisers spent the same amount of money that they on improving the product as they do on advertising, they wouldn't have to advertise it. And that's, by the way, that's a very profound observation because in the age of the internet, it's so much easier to talk about a product you like to others and also about a product you don't like. And in a sense, if this goes far enough, there will be no bad companies anymore. It would be not possible for a company to be a bad company because the word of mouth will sink it. So he's sort of touching on that point. Do a good job, and others will advertise the good job you did. This is a chart I use in the book Marketing 3.0, basically to say that every company should define its mission, its vision for the future, and its values, what it really cares about. And if you're a 1.0 marketer, it's a good job you're doing. I mean, of course, you're trying to deliver satisfaction, make a profit, and make a good product, be better. If you're a 2.0 marketer, you want to help people realize their aspirations. You want to deliver things that they might aspire to have. They will return frequently to buy more, and your product is different than the others. Not only better, but different. And suddenly, you move from mind to heart to spirit. What spirit? It's that small set of companies that say, we're compassionate. We have compassion for the state of the world. We want to get involved. We want the companies to be a machine for improving the lives of people. You could reduce that to just some charity work they're doing, or it could be a real fundamental strain in the way they do their business. We can name some companies that really have felt that they want to help reshape the world into being a better world. Incidentally, a book that you might want to read is called Firms of Endearment, which is a fancy way to say companies we love, Firms of Endearment. And I love the subtitle, How World-Class Companies Profit from Passion and Purpose. And it's based on asking audiences, random meeting of people, is there any company that you like a lot? Now, let me ask that question. Name a company that you would dearly miss if it disappeared, vanished. Apple, see? Always Apple. I thought you were going to say Harley-Davidson, but that's another one. Amazon, I would miss Amazon. I really would. I would even subsidize it to continue. Which one? Costco, of course. I'm with you on Costco. Nike, okay, well, you see what happens is these are the names of the companies that came up again and again. I don't think there's any surprises there. I've asked other countries to do this too, because it would be a different mix of companies that would come up. But the main thing is, these firms of endearment are so much more profitable than the ones that have not been dear to us. One of the things is that they're 9 or 10 times as profitable, but let's see why. And without going through everything here, look at the last one. These are the attributes of that set of companies. And the last attribute is they spend less on marketing than rather more. Because I bet you thought that the companies that were going to be dear to us are the ones who are just advertising all the time. They're so familiar. We see Coca-Cola all the time, all the time. No, they spend less on advertising. So who's doing the advertising? The customer. You guys are. So that's where you should put your money. Create a love affair. Create fans with others.